without you in my life. So far, everything's alright. I know that when we meet, you will be the one for me. The synchronicity is how I know it's meant to be. It's no coincidence that you've got everything I need. We fit so perfectly. We got that chemistry. What I've been waiting for, my missing puzzle piece. If I attracted you, I'm always attracting things. How come my superpowers don't work on you and me? I know that loving you gonna take some super strength. So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me? Now I'm attached to you with invisible strings. How come my superpowers don't work on everything? Cause sometimes loving you might take some super strings. So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me? Hi Twin Flames Highlight Workers, Lisha and I'm here with Twin Flame Musical Therapy, and I have another video for you guys today. And today we're talking about Superpowers, this new beautiful song by Muni Long, and I have to give it up for Muni Long. She has put out an amazing album. If you guys haven't checked it out already, it just came out yesterday, so please check it out. She's a very good R&B artist, and you know, her music is just taking us back to the 90s and giving us all this nostalgia when it comes to this sound, as well as the lyrics. And we're going to be breaking the lyrics down today. So it's going to be a channel message from your divine counterpart. And I'm not going to say specifically divine feminine or divine masculine, because I feel like this particular video can be addressed to either the divine masculine or the divine feminine. So we're going to address it as a divine counterpart message, channel message, and it's going to be significant for all twin flames, and especially for the celebrity twin flame connection. As you guys know, I specialize in celebrity twin flames because I myself am in a celebrity twin flame connection. And as a matter of fact, my celebrity twin flame posted this song in his stories today, and this is how I found out about it. I didn't even know Muni Long had put out an album. But I saw the song and I was like, wow, I'm gonna check the song out. And sure enough, this song kind of described to a T what I've been feeling in my own twin flame journey, as well as what I feel most of you guys might be feeling as well. So we're gonna use this as our channeled message to the collective, Superpowers by Muni Long. And I just want to go over some of what we've been going through the last few weeks and maybe even months, and possibly from the beginning of this year. I feel as though, you know, the collective has really shifted into a powerful state of mind. However, I do feel that there have been a lot of people who are struggling with the, you know, the doubts and the, you know, the fears that might come along with this journey, as to not knowing when you're going to be with your twin flame. And that's something that I addressed in the last video. So if you haven't had a chance to check that one out, please do. Once again, I'm going to be speaking to all twin flames, but I do specialize in the celebrity twin flame connection, you know, because I have a celebrity twin flame that is my other half. And so, you know, me being a non-celebrity twin flame, I'm coming at it from a perspective of someone who's trying to reach, you know, their celebrity twin flame, and by whatever means is possible. It is not easy. I've been struggling with this myself for the last several years. And, you know, although my 5D connection is super powerful, super strong, I feel this video is going to help you guys with some clarity, because, you know, the superpowers word just jumped out at me again when I just said super powerful. But yeah, you know, we go through things on this journey that, you know, in certain situations, you know, other people don't have to go through when it comes to relationships. Other people don't have to go through a lot of different changes, you know. And I'm not saying they don't have to go through it. I'm saying this as a way to say that it is a choice that we make to come to this earth and to be able to go through this kind of a journey. Now, a lot of you guys know my catchphrase for this channel is, I signed up for this, because you did. You signed up to be a twin flame. You signed up to meet your counterpart in this lifetime, okay? And you're meant to be in union in this lifetime. And this is what I'm here to help you guys understand and to have hope about, because I feel that we have lost a lot of our drive and motivation. You know, when it gets to a certain point on the journey, we start to lose that luster, we lack that drive, that passion, that intensity that we started out with, right? It seems as though we're just kind of going through the motions at some point. But I feel as though we're moving towards something, but there are dips in the peaks and the valleys where we end up starting to feel a little bit low at times, and then we might go back on a high when we see something happening, like a synchronicity or a sign, or somebody tells us something, or we see their face we might see a video or a movie or a song. We hear a song that reminds us of our twin flame. And so this is why I want to, help you guys in understanding what it is we've been going through. And in the celebrity twin flame connection, it's even more difficult than in a non-celebrity twin flame connection, because of the fact that we cannot get as easy access to our twin flame because they're a celebrity. Okay, so we have to go through certain channels. We have to do things differently. We may not even hear from them in the physical for many, months or years even, because of the fact that they have been trying to find a way to be able to reach out to us without having interference from media or from, their management or, from other places. So this is very important that we end up, keeping the faith on this journey and having belief that this is going to happen. And that's what the last video was about. It's called When You Believe. Okay. So, yes, you signed up for this. You signed up to be a twin flame, and your Akashic records, all of this is written out for you as to when you're supposed to come into union and how you're meant to be together and what your mission is here. You guys planned this out before you even came here, so it's destined for you, okay? You just have to believe. But not only that, I feel that, a lot of us, we might be taking our time when it comes to growing and healing and learning the lessons that we need to learn. And just letting you know, if you don't learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn the first time around, then you're going to keep getting those same lessons repeated over and over to you until you get the point, until you get the lesson and understand what it is that it was meant for you to teach you. So that could be a reason why you're not seeing progress on your twin flame journey, your celebrity twin flame journey, because you're not learning the lessons that have been put before you, okay? When it comes to relationships, or when it comes to healing your own traumas, things that might trigger you. After a while in this journey, things that used to trigger you shouldn't trigger you anymore. Or if it does trigger you, you should be able to bounce back from it very quickly, because you know how to handle it now, because you've studied your trigger. You understand why this thing triggered you. And so that's what we call tower moments, right? When we get triggered because of something that might happen in our life that unsettles us, makes us feel like we're going through something that's, devastating. And usually it is a devastating event or a traumatic event. But how do we handle it? How do we take it and, learn from it? How can we learn from the tower moments that we have? And if we are not learning from them, that means we're going to end up repeating the same cycle, okay? We will do this as often as we need to until we get the lesson. This is also something you're going to notice that happens with your twin flame. You're going to mirror these lessons with one another. You may end up going through something that you never thought that you might go through. And then your twin flame, you might come to find out later down the line when you guys are together, or when you're able to communicate, that they went through something similar. And this, has happened with me. And I know my twin flame has been through some things similar to what I've been experiencing as well. And so this helps me to understand and have compassion for him, because, I wanted to believe that it was just me going through these things. And I, started to understand that there were things that he was going through too, that were very similar to what I had experienced, and around the same times. So I do want to also go back and let you guys know that twin flames who are in celebrity twin flame connections, like I told you guys, the challenge is this. The challenge is understanding that for the majority of your beginning part of your relationship with a celebrity twin flame connection, you are going to be experiencing this person in the 5D. You're going to be experiencing their 5D self, okay? So you will not be necessarily getting verbal responses or communication or, direct messages from them because of the fact that they are still unawakened to this journey. Or if they are awakened, they may not exactly know who their twin flame truly is, even if you sent them messages, even if you tried to reach out, because they have to find their own way just like you do, okay? But usually the divine feminine is the one that is leading the way, and she is, or, like I said, take it how it resonates with the pronouns, but the divine feminine is who keeps the light shining in the connection, keeps shining her light, and allows the divine masculine to see it and follow and become, one. They become one eventually when the divine masculine decides to move towards the light. Okay, so, which the divine masculine knows this is what he's called to do because he feels it in his being, his essence. He is, gravitating towards this light from the divine feminine. And so it is his, responsibility to find this light and to go towards it once he does recognize who the light is, where the light is coming from. Okay. And this light is going to be specific to you guys because you're going to be on the same frequency. So you're going to have frequencies that match each other. And so this is why when the divine feminine ascends, when she starts to become the best version of herself, when she starts to clear out all that karmic debt and to do all the things like healing past traumas, helping to eliminate generational curses. It is like a superpower what we're doing here because it feels like we're doing so much within our families, within our personal lives to heal. And we're also taking on the things that are, past karmic connections or karmic energies that might have been, from our past lives with our twin flame as well. We're bringing all of that into this current lifetime, and we're having to fix a lot of the things that were not resolved in our previous lifetimes. Okay, so you can bring baggage with you from previous lifetimes. You can have generational curses. You can have trauma from your childhood, from this life. You can have trauma from their childhood, maybe that you've been experiencing somehow through, your telepathic connection. Maybe you've been able to see things that your twin flame has gone through. Okay. You could have any combination of these or all of the above. Okay. What I just mentioned as far as what your twin flame and you might be going through when it comes to your healing work. But this is what has to be done while you're in separation. Now, the separation phase for someone in a celebrity twin flame connection is actually the beginning part of this journey. You don't actually know how to connect with your twin flame at the beginning when you're learning that you are in a celebrity twin flame connection. And that's what makes it really difficult. And I want to dedicate more videos on this later on. But I do have in the playlist section a whole playlist dedicated to the signs and synchronicities you see once you awaken to the celebrity twin flame connection. That will help a lot of you guys when it comes down to understanding the love bubble phase and understanding what it is that's causing you to be attracted to this person that you probably weren't attracted to before or didn't even know about their talent, their gift, their music, whatever it is that, that your person does, whether it's acting, music. You might not have ever seen any of their movies or really paid attention to their songs before, but all of a sudden something shifted in your life. You had a spiritual awakening that caused you to see, hey, I'm different from, what I thought I was. This life is not what I thought it was, is turning out to be. It's supposed to be something else. I'm not supposed to be here in this situation. I'm supposed to be doing something else. You learn that you're a twin flame, and then you start the journey towards finding out, what it is that your twin flame is here to help you accomplish, which is your own spiritual divinity and your own ascension, becoming the best version of yourself. It is not about, the end result is not necessarily about your twin flame union. The union that you want to have is within, okay? The union of divine feminine and divine masculine energy within you. That's what your superpower is, okay? Woo! okay, we're getting into the song even before I get into the song. Okay, your superpower is learning who you are as a divine being, and that is a combination of your divine masculine and divine feminine energy, okay? And you are using this power to help heal others, to help shine your light so that you can bring more light and love onto this planet, okay? And whatever mission that you personally have should be well into effect before you even meet your twin flame, your celebrity twin flame. Now, if you've met them, that's one good thing for you. If you've been able to meet them in person or even see them out and about somewhere or at one of their shows, you've taken that, leap of faith and you've gone to see them in person at the show and you've had eye contact, all of those things are wonderful. But the main thing that you have to understand is that your twin flame is not going to come forward to you until you've already started your mission, okay? Your personal mission. And whatever that might be is what you have to figure out, okay? No one can tell you that. But I do have Mission Magic coaching sessions to help you figure out what it is that you've been called here to do based on your spiritual gifts, okay? Your spiritual gifts are specific to you. And this is what you're going to be led to do, is to understand your spiritual gifts. As time goes on, as you start learning how to heal these things, you're going to start picking up the spiritual gifts and understanding how to use them, okay? And your spiritual gifts are going to be based on the traumas that you've had in the past, because you're going to be able to come out of those traumas, those past life experiences, and whatever physical illness or ailments that you might have. This is all going to help you with your mission. All of your things that you've done that have caused you pain or grief or, struggle, these are going to help you to be strengthened in your mission as far as helping others get through it, okay? You're going to be helping people get through things that you might have been through. You're going to be helping to just build up new experiences with people and come up with new, inventions or things that are going to help humanity in some way, shape, or form. Whatever it is that you're being called to do, whether it's coming up with a new, a whole new way of planting seeds, or it could be a number of things. I don't know why people think that a mission has to be only telling people about your life or going here and there and doing things like that. A mission can be as simple as coming up with a different way of doing something that is going to help bring more not only love and light to the planet, but help with the ecosystem, or help with animals, or help with learning how to protect endangered species, learning how to grow, crops or plants in different environments that they might not have thrived in at one point, learning how to, clean up certain things like the ocean or the beaches. Your mission is going to be specific to you. And sometimes it might just be telling people about your life and sharing your testimony. Maybe you decide to become a public speaker. Maybe you decide that you want to go and speak to people, to kids in schools, or you want to have a business that allows you to be able to, like me, I have a nonprofit that is designed for a specific purpose to help pregnant women in crises, okay? So you're going to have different missions that are specific to your life and what you came here to do. So please understand that when you're in a celebrity twin flame connection, you're going through the first half, I would say, of your journey without knowing or having any contact with your twin flame. It is natural, okay? It is natural for us to go through this period of time where we learn about our twin flame. We do go through a love bubble phase because of the fact that we start to understand this loving feeling that we're getting from their 5D self. You are not getting this loving feeling, all of this energy and this frequency that you're experiencing, and even this astral projection and even the sexual chemistry that you're experiencing is not necessarily coming directly from the 3D self. You have to understand this, because I feel like I even learned this lesson way later on in my journey. I kept thinking, he knows what I'm telling him. He knows what I'm doing. He knows what, I'm going through. He has to know, right? Not all the time does your twin flame know, because they are in the 3D matrix and they are clouded with a lot of the things that are going on in their immediate environment, especially if they're in the entertainment field, because their mind is going to be so focused on work and focused on how they're going to maintain, the next thing that they have to do, whether it's making an album or making a movie, whatever it is, playing another game, doing things that are going to, help advance their career. That's what they tend to focus on. They don't tend to think about necessarily their love life as much, because a lot of the times the people that are in these celebrity situations have been, matched up with people who are meant to help them along in their career. They might have picked someone who was advantageous to them in helping them to progress on their career, or maybe they just, connected with someone, that they thought was a good fit, okay? And later in life, they're going to find out that this person wasn't their true love. And so they may end up deciding later in life that this is not someone that they choose to be with anymore. Even though this person might have been, there might not have seemed to be anything necessarily wrong with this person. It just, they know that this person wasn't their other half. The one thing that the divine masculines do have, and that is for all divine masculines, is an innate understanding that there is someone out there for them. These divine masculines do know that, and they have dreamt about this person. They have felt this person. They have astrally projected this person. But it is their 5D self that is doing all of this, okay? They are not consciously aware yet of all of the things that they are doing to affect you as a divine partner, as a divine counterpart. So please understand this, because I feel like, for me even, it was hard for me to understand why my twin flame wasn't coming forward and approaching me. And for the whole first 3-4 years of my journey, it was all about me learning who I was as an individual, as a person who's here to help him. Yes, eventually I'm going to be helping him, but the first part of this journey has to be me helping myself when it comes to learning who I am and ascending to the highest level of love and light that I can hold in my being. Okay, that is what you're here to do first and foremost. Then you get into your mission, and then you get into understanding how your mission is going to affect others around you as well as your twin flame. And then that is when you can open the door up to your union, because you've started to understand what your purpose is here on earth. So please understand that point right there, is that first of all, if you're in a celebrity twin flame connection, the first several months, maybe even years of your journey is going to be spent without you having any communication with your celebrity twin flame. And if you did have communication with them, that might have caused your awakening. You might go into a separation, which will be, for a while, for you to be able to figure out who you are as a divine being. Okay, that is a very important part of your, your coming into being. Okay, coming into who you are. So I started to learn this, like I said, after I developed my channel and started to really put things together and ask others what they have been experiencing on their journeys as well. We tend to want to think that our twin flames know what's happening with us in the 3D, but not all the time do they do, okay? Even if you've seen them and met them in person, not all the time do they understand who you really are to them. They might have like an inkling, but that because they're still in the matrix, they're not going to know everything. Until when? Until you've crossed that threshold where you have become your highest version, or at least you're getting close to that point where you realize who you are and what you're here to do. Okay, so it is very important for you as a non-celebrity twin flame in a celebrity twin flame connection to find your purpose before anything happens in your union, okay? That is so important. So I want to give you guys all that information. This is something that's coming to me as I'm, like channeling. I told you guys, I channel these messages as I'm giving them to you. I don't come on here prepared with anything prepared, but I just go based on what I know, and I feel that Spirit is leading me to tell you guys that will help you with your journeys, okay? So the difference between a celebrity twin flame connection and a non-celebrity twin flame connection is that the non-celebrity twin flame connection will go through the meeting initially of the person, either face to face on a FaceTime or in person, or however they choose to meet and have communication. In a celebrity twin flame connection, you don't have communication first. Okay? You have an awakening first, which we all do have that awakening. But in the awakening of a celebrity twin flame connection, the non-celebrity twin, or the twin that is awakening first, will always have more of a spiritual connection, because of the fact that they have to be guided based on their intuition, based on their ancestors, their angels, their spirit guides, as to how to go about making this connection with this celebrity twin flame, because it may be close to impossible for you to figure out how to reach them. Okay, and you might be thinking you're doing everything right. You might be thinking, oh, I'm sending them messages, I'm DMing them, I'm doing this and this, and I'm showing them this and this. But at the same time, if their management is controlling their Instagram or any other social platforms that they may have, they might not be getting your messages at all. Even though you might have little ways to see where you think they're online or not, and maybe you have ways, but it could just be that their management or someone else is controlling their social media, and it could appear as though you're seeing them coming online or whatnot, but they could probably, have another whole account that they use when they want to get online that's separate from this one. And so it is hard. It is hard because you're dealing with so many factors when it comes down to being able to connect with someone who is what feels like they're not available or not reachable, So it is hard. But I am here to tell you that once you start waking up to this journey as a non-celebrity twin flame, and you start doing the work to heal yourself, you're shining your light, you're improving your health, your physical health, your physical appearance, you're allowing yourself to do the things that you've always needed to do to improve whatever it is that you need to improve about yourself. The things that you've let go in the past, you start saying, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of myself now. I'm going to get my teeth fixed. I'm going to get, this is something that I had to do for myself, because I had to get an implant. So that was a new thing for me. I had an incident where I got a root canal, and then, the dentist kind of didn't inform me or didn't put a crown on right after. So the tooth ended up breaking before I was able to get the crown put on. And then I went through the whole process of having to get an implant. And that is a very long process. I want to tell you guys, now my teeth are fixed, but I just wanted to share that with somebody who might need to hear that, certain things like that, where you let things go for so long that it starts to become problematic. Other things start to become problematic because you let certain other things in your health go on for so long. You got to start taking care of those things, okay? Take care of your health. Take care of your body physically. Take care of your mental health as well. Get that R&R time in. Go to the beach. Do your relaxation, your yoga, your Reiki, your meditation, your salt baths, okay? Do all of the things that are going to help you out when it comes to your spiritual connection and helping you to ascend. Because this is what's going to strengthen you and help you shine your light even brighter. And you have to keep doing it regularly. You can't let things go. You can't do one thing here and then decide, well, you know what, I know I need to get that thing done too, but I'm going to wait on that. No, just do it. Spirit will always provide a way for you to do the things you need to do on this journey. That is the one thing that I have noticed, is that in the past, before I became awakened to this journey, I was putting things off that I needed to check on for a long time. I was putting off going to the dentist, putting off going to the doctor, when I needed things that were, bothering me or having ailments. I was putting things way off. And then, my health was suffering. And so, I'd have headaches. I'd have, that some of these things were caused by the dental issues that I had. Some of these things were caused by, not getting enough exercise or eating right. And so, once I awakened to this journey, I started having a passion to do the things that I knew were going to help improve my health. And so that's what you're going to feel, is you're going to feel this fire burning in you to help you do the things that you need to do on this journey. That's the flame. That's the flame that's within you that you ignited with your twin flame awakening, okay? Now that you guys are both coming into an awareness of who you are, You're both going to be making those improvements to your health. You're both going to be getting rid of toxic relationships and understanding who it is that you're meant to be here with on this earth, as far as your soulmate. Or when I say soulmate, I mean you can have soulmates that are just friends as well, or people that are meant to help you along with your mission, which are soul tribe. That's what I meant to say, soul tribe. People in your soul tribe, people who are really supportive of you and want to see you succeed and help you and do the things that you need help with. None of us is out here just to work on our own. We're here to help give back in some way, shape, or form to others, especially those that are on the journey, because what better thing that we can do than to help others who are on this journey? If you're being led to be a tarot reader, or if you're being led to do something when it comes to herbal medicine, or helping people with illnesses, to help people to find help and seek different types of help for illnesses or anything like that. If that's part of your mission, then you need to be doing that, because that is what's helping you get closer to your union. It is not all this other stuff that people say, as far as like, you have to do step A, step B, and look in the mirror and all that kind of stuff. No, your mission is really what's going to help lead you to your union, as well as your ascension, your personal ascension, which takes place at the beginning, after your awakening, after your tower moments, after all those things that you go through. You might have had Kundalini awakening and Kundalini rising, which is something that I speak about, in your chakra cleansing series that I have in the playlist as well. Especially for the sacral chakra, you might go through that when you're doing your meditation. You might start getting flushes of heat going up your spine, the sensations of your Kundalini rising. You might have to start, seeking out coaches that help you understand what you're going through as far as physically. This journey does require you to reach out sometimes to people, and that's why you seek, the people online, on YouTube, on Instagram, that are helping you with understanding what this journey means. That is a big part of coming into your awareness of who you are, because I know for a fact, in the beginning, I didn't know what was going on when I would feel these flushes of heat, and I'd be like, what is that? And then I would hear my twin flame in the 5D tell me, this is the Kundalini that's awakening in you. And so I had to understand, and I actually had to research what that meant, and do some, look up the definition of Kundalini, because I didn't know what that was. And also I had to start learning what chakras were, because I didn't know about that either. It is amazing how all these things are tied in on our journeys. And they're all, we're all here experiencing so many similar things, that it is so beautiful how we are able to talk about this and to come onto these YouTube channels and have our voice, to be able to share with others. This is how we share, okay? So if you are being led to have a YouTube channel and to help people in a certain way that is specific to you, like for me, for example, my YouTube channel is devoted to twin flame musical therapy. So I love to talk about music, and I love to help people understand, who are in a celebrity twin flame connection, how their celebrity twin flame connection unfolds, okay? So that's my specialty. For someone else, they might be in a normal twin flame connection, and they may want to talk about, hey, these are the steps that you go through in a regular normal twin flame connection, which is great, but I am here to clarify the things that you go through when you're in that celebrity twin flame connection. And the first thing, like I said, you guys, we go through is our own personal spiritual awakening, which may lead to, us not having contact with our twin flame for quite some time, until we start to heal all these wounds, and until we start to learn what our mission is and become the best version of ourselves. Then we'll start to see little signs and synchronicities start to happen in our journey that show us that our twin flame is awakening, okay? So you got to get there, guys. You got to get there, and you have to be diligent about this. You have to be steadfast, diligent, and have faith that this is going to work out for you once you do the work on yourself. And you cannot go from comparing one twin flame in a celebrity connection to another, because we all have different, times that we're going to be able to accomplish whatever it is that we're meant to accomplish. So you can't compare my journey to your journey, because I may be at this point and you might be just at this point on your journey. And it's up to you to understand how far along you are And you know, your timeline might be completely different from mine when it comes down to how long it's going to take for you to come into your union. So please don't compare journeys. That is just something that I do not, you know, encourage at all. Not even with celebrities or even with non-celebrity twin flame couples, because I feel like we all have our own timelines that we have to come into union in, and so we shouldn't compare. We are not running a race here. It's nothing about, you know, trying to come into union before someone else. All of this is about is you becoming the best version of yourself, period. Okay, and understanding what that means and how you're able to shine your light in this beautiful world that we're here to help heal. Okay, so let's get on into this song. I hope this helps you guys, because you know, I'm putting a lot of tidbits in my videos, and I really do hope that you're able to go to the playlist and see these playlists that I've made for the celebrity twin flame connection, such as the signs and synchronicities, and such as the there was one on your twin flame in the 5D, how to connect with them in the 5D, and then there was another series on gosh, I forget, but it's in there, signs and synchronicities, and then there was one on how to navigate your twin flame connection, because you know, it's just, you know, these are some of the things that I had to go through and I had to learn. And you will start to see there are certain similarities, but doesn't mean that your timeline is going to be the same as mine. That's what I want to make sure I stress, is that yes, you will have similar synchronicities, similar signs. Maybe you'll have very, very similar experiences, even as far as what you're going through with your twin flame and how you go, and, you know, maybe if you decide to go meet them or see them at a meet and greet or go to a concert, you know, and you're sitting very close to them and they make eye contact with you, however it is that you start to do these things along your journey, that's at whatever point you choose to do them. So you cannot compare what time it took me to get to go to a meet and greet and see my twin flame for the first time to yours, okay? Excuse me, because it'll be different for each of us. Your timeline might look so different, okay? So just understand that. Please be aware that I can't tell you how to connect with your twin flame. I can't, if you were to contact me, I would not be able to tell you how to be able to communicate with your twin flame. I can't tell you that, because your journey is specific to you. If you're in the celebrity twin flame connection, it's going to be specific to you. You're going to have the signs and synchronicities, and you're going to have those clues from your angels as to how to connect with your twin flame in the 3D world, okay? But I'm just here to tell you that most of the time, that physical encounter will not happen until you're well into your ascension and your mission, okay? So if you need help with that, you know where to go. You know, the email is always in the description box below. Let's get into this song, because it's been too long since I've been talking here. Okay, Superpowers by Muni Long. A beautiful new song just came out, and I mean, I was listening to this song on repeat today, and I was like, I'm gonna sing this song, because I know it's only a day old when it comes down to us hearing it, but this song is beautiful, and it just really amazed me at how the lyrics were written. Muni Long has some real, you know, pen skills, what do you call it? Penship skills, because she can write these songs. She can write these songs, and it really does have an effect on your, you know, on your soul when you're hearing these songs. So I've always loved all of her songs, and give the album a good listen, because it is worth it. It is a great album from start to finish. Okay, but let's go on into the first verse. It says, "Without you in my life, so far everything's all right." And this is a twin flame song, you guys, because I'm going to point out why right now. Without you in my life, okay, so far everything's all right. And I'm like, yes, this is where the divine feminines need to get to. This is the state you need to be at in order for you to understand that your twin flame union is going to be coming, but it may not be here yet, okay? It might not be here yet, but you will be able to understand that this is something that you're working towards. But in the meantime, you're going to be living your best life, right? This is where you're supposed to be at in order for you to anchor in your twin flame union in the physical, in the 3D. But without you in my life, so far, everything's all right. And that means you have to get to a point where everything's all right. At the beginning of this journey, you still might be with a karmic partner. You still might be struggling with finances. You still might be going through several different things that are not right in your life, okay? But once you get to a point where you balance all that out, like I said, your connection with your family might be struggling. You might be struggling with your understanding where you're supposed to live, and it maybe spirit's been calling you to relocate, and you've been hesitant. You've been not doing what you're called to do. Okay, maybe there has been a craft that you're supposed to take up, or a divination type of practice that you wanted to learn, and you've been seeing these things pop up on your feed, and you've been like, oh yeah, I'll get to that. I'll do it. I'll get to it. I'll get around to it. Well, hey, these are the things that you need to be doing in order to get your life right, okay? To be living your best life. You might just have a business that you can start by learning that divination practice that might help you make way more money than you're making right now in your 9-to-5, okay? This is how spirit works. You got to take that leap of faith. You got to trust that whatever pathway you're being led down is the one not only that you chose, but that spirit is leading you to go down in order for you to be able to be more abundant and to be able to help with healing generational curses and healing all the things that you need to heal within yourself. Okay? So you need to get to that point where you're having this time and you're living your best life, where your finances are in order, where you're and you can get there. You will get there, okay? Your finances need to be in order. Your health needs to be on track. You need to be taking care of all those things that you've been, like I said, putting aside and not doing for yourself. You know what they are. You've been personally knowing what you've been struggling with getting done, and you need to go ahead and do it, okay? Don't put these things off. This is what's delaying your union. I'm here to tell you what is delaying your union, okay? Not getting to the point where you're living your best life. Not understanding what it is that you need to do to shine your light bright. You can't shine your light if you're sitting up here with ailments that you knew you could have helped yourself get over. If you're not studying the things that you know you can do to help others grow on their journey as well. You can't get to, you can't help other people when you're still not healed and still not trying to figure out what it is that you're meant to do. So if you're not living your best life, then you really can't help others because you're still struggling. Okay, so get to a point where you're able to understand what is the best life for you and what does that look like, okay? And start living it. Get to the point where you have your financial security, where you have, that new home that you've been looking at, or that you're able to find means to get these things that you need, okay? You should not be struggling when you meet your twin flame, especially if you're meeting a celebrity twin flame, because struggling and being in that lifestyle don't go together, okay? You should have your own money. You should have your own, resources. You should have your own, house or whatever, apartment, whatever it is that you're supposed to have in this life. You should be living as if you could be fine and content to live going forward in your life without your twin flame. That's where you need to get to the point of. And that's when you're going to see the changes happening. I'm telling you. Without you in my life, so far everything's all right. Get to that point where everything's all right. You can be all right with or without them in your life. But then, okay, then she says, I know the day we meet, you will be the one for me, okay? So she's not discrediting the fact that she wants to have the union with this person. She's just saying that I'm okay without, you here. And I'm okay because I've done all the things that I needed to do to heal. I've got my life together and I'm living my best life. I'm going on my trips that I've always wanted to take. I'm making that money that I've been wanting to make. I've got that career going that I wanted to start, that business that I wanted to start. These are the things that you have to do, okay? Then she says, I know the day we meet, you'll be the one for me. And yes, we know that they're the one for us already because we've been learning who they are to us as, our other half of our soul. And, the things that we learn on this journey about our twin flame is just beautiful. And how we each learn is beautiful too. We have the signs and synchronicities, yes, that are specific to us. But, it's just, isn't it like you got that, when just go back to the time at the beginning when you've had that, you know, when you start to find out who your twin flame is, your celebrity twin flame is, and you just got all those butterflies in your stomach and you started to feel, is this real? Is this truly happening to me? But you felt their presence energetically. You felt their 5D self always coming to you. Maybe there was a specific time, and I talked about this in that playlist with the signs and synchronicities. Maybe there was a specific time of day when you strongly felt their presence with you. Okay? I used to have that time, was for me, was 555. Okay? At 5:55 a.m., I could feel his presence with me. And 555 has also been a powerful spiritual number on my journey as well. I see that number all the time, as well as 1111. Those are the numbers that I was seeing at the beginning. All the number signs really, but those in particular always would come back around every time, I would go through a major transition or change. 555 would just be there, and at the beginning of my journey, like clockwork, at 5:55 a.m., I would feel the presence of my twin flame. And that was something that I would cherish because I would look forward to it. It'd be like your little moments that you look forward to, or finding something on YouTube that was, specific to them, maybe an interview that they had done, or a movie that they did, a clip of something new that they did, some new work that they did. Whenever you see something new that they've accomplished, doesn't it make you feel like that love bubble phase all over again? It's just beautiful, right? So, those are the types of things that keep us going on this journey, but you have to understand that you have to get to a certain point of maturity on the spiritual path before you can even get to your union. And that is the main thing I want you to take away from this whole video today. You have to get to a certain level of spiritual maturity where you're ascended and you're helping others and you're shining your light, so that your twin flame can see that these things are happening and occurring with you. They need to be able to see it too. So that's why social media presence, or whatever presence you have, is important. Whatever presence you choose to have that shows you shining your light is very important for you to be able to, present that, whatever that is. Because how are they going to see your light if you're not showing it? Okay. This is why you have to have some kind of presence. Okay. The next line says, this synchronicity is how I knew it's meant to be. Yes, these are the synchronicities, the little, nuggets that we would get, that we would always be cherishing, the little facts that we would find out about them, the things that they would wear that were similar to what we would wear, or how they wore their hair, or maybe a jacket or something that they had. All these things, I talk about it in that playlist. Okay. And so, you might find little things like that. These synchronicities is how it's meant to be. And so those are the things that keep us going on this journey, right? Okay. Let's go back to it. Let's get into it. Let's understand that this is going to happen for us if we just keep the faith. Okay. I keep hearing that song also. And Mariah Carey has been really heavily on my mind lately, with the things that she went through, and bless her heart and bless her family, because they've been through some tough things recently, and with the loss of the mother and the sister at the same time, that is tragic, and so I really am, pouring love into their, to their family, because, these are things that happen, and it can make, or break someone. So we need to pour love into people, and these are the things that I feel like we are called to do here as light workers and spiritual beings, is to share love. Even if you don't know them personally, you can send love to them, and so if there are people that you know of that have been going through some things, you can send love to them. You don't have to actually know them or meet them to be able to send love to people, but yeah, I've been hearing her songs in my head. I think the song that I just popped in my head was Make It Happen. Yeah, Make It Happen. That's another song that I feel like has been heavily on my mind lately. We're going to make it happen. And that's why I feel that song came up right now, because, the synchronicity is how I know it's meant to be. We're going to make it happen, okay? So the next line says, it's no coincidence that you've got everything I need, okay? We know this. We know that we are twin flames, and we know that we're the other half of each other's soul, and we're we're one soul into two bodies. We're one soul that's split into two bodies. So it's no coincidence that you've got everything I need, but truly what you have, you are complete the way you are. And so you are complete, your twin flame is complete. But when you come together, there's just such a magical, aspect of your being together, okay? And that's why we do look forward to union. But that is not something that we should try to focus on, because you are complete as a whole, as yourself. You are a whole complete being in and of yourself, and you need to understand that. And that's why at the beginning of the song, she says, without you in my life, so far everything's all right, because you are a complete whole being in and of yourself. You don't need your twin flame. You want to have your twin flame in your life at some point in time, and that will happen when you start to understand who you are as a spiritual being, and when you start to do your work and do your mission, okay? So it's no coincidence that you've got everything I need. We fit perfectly. We fit so perfectly. We got that chemistry, okay? And you know this. You know this from your 5D connection. We fit so perfectly. We got that chemistry. What I've been waiting for, my missing puzzle piece. Okay, we already know this. This is the thing we do know, is that this is the person that we feel is our missing puzzle piece, the one that we've been waiting for. Okay, I have my song Waiting for Love, and that's from my first EP, which you guys can look that up on my in the description box below if you want to hear my songs too, because I talk a lot about this in my extended play that I did a couple years back. Waiting for Love is just about that. They're just about this journey and how we try to wait for the love that we expect, but what we really should be doing is giving that love to ourselves. Okay. All right. Yes. So we know that we fit so perfectly. We got that chemistry. We are meant to be. Okay. If I attracted you, I'm always attracting things. Okay. As a divine feminine, okay, here we go. We are attracting things all the time, and divine masculines. We are attracting things all the time. But your divine feminine power should be at a maximum when you're attracting your union in, okay? And so if you attract your union in, that means that you've reached a summit of where you're at your pinnacle of your super power as a divine feminine, okay? So that's why this is so beautiful, because this song is just saying how you got to get to that point where you're at your pinnacle of your powers as a divine feminine, as a divine goddess, divine being. And that is where you're living your best life. You're glowing. You're helping people in need. You're doing all the things that you know you need to do to help your family out, or you've cut ties with the people that are no longer serving you, and that you've done that too. You don't have to keep people in your life that are not serving your highest good. You need to cut those ties. And if you've been prolonging that, those are the things you need to do in order to have your superpower even activated even more, okay? And that's when you start to attract in your abundance and everything that you've been wanting, which includes your union, okay? There is a point where the divine feminine has to get to where she attracts all of the things in. Like I said, your abundance, your new home, your new car, whatever it is that you've been wanting. It can be yours, but you have to get to the point where you are spiritually at a point where you can attract it all in, okay? If I attracted you, I'm always attracting things. Maybe you've been attracting things. Maybe you started attracting a new job. Maybe you started attracting your new career, or your new hobby, or whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, that you dreamt about when you were growing up. You started to leave that 9-to-5 to go and try something new that you've always wanted to do. You've attracted that, right? You're attracting your union in too. So if I attracted you, I'm always attracting things. How come my superpowers don't work on you and me? Now, this is the part where we start to doubt because of the fact that things aren't happening fast enough. I think that's what, we really try to speed the pace up in terms of understanding that, we're supposed to be in union. Why isn't it happening yet? But that's not what we're going to focus on as divine feminines, as divine counterparts. We're focusing on our superpowers working for us and helping us to attract in whatever it is that we need to have, that we need to have or that we want. Okay? So she admits, hey, I'm attracting all these things and that I've always wanted. I've got this career now. I've got, my money. I got, the things that I've always wanted. But how come I'm not attracting in the person that I want to be with? Well, let's see. Let's keep going with the verse. How come my superpowers don't work on you and me? I know that loving you gonna take some super strength. So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me? And what I really feel this means is that, she's getting frustrated because she doesn't see the progress taking place in the physical. Oh my God. Whew, that is a whole word right there, you guys. She's getting frustrated, like a lot of us are, that we're not seeing this happening in the physical, okay? With the person, the you and me is supposed to be happening now, okay? Now, okay? But is it really now that we want this to happen? If our twin flame isn't ready, is it really now that we want this to happen? No, because then we'll repel one another once again and go back into separation. So it's got to be the right time. It's got to be divine timing. It's got to be when they're fully awakened to this journey as well, and start to understand who you are to them, okay? There are steps that it takes. There's a process that it takes to get to this point. You cannot rush the process. You got to trust the process, but you cannot rush the process, okay? So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me? Well, guess what? Your superpowers really are working, but they're working behind the scenes as you're doing your work, as you're doing the things for you, as you're attracting in all these good things that are coming with your divine union inside of yourself, your divine inner union between you and your divine inner masculine, divine inner feminine. Okay, so all of these things are happening. You just can't see it on the outside yet because your twin flames over there doing what they're doing to help get them ready for you. Okay, so you can't rush the process. Your twin flame is doing the work on their end. If you're doing the work, they're doing the work, because hello, you guys are twin flames. Y'all are mirroring one another, so you're doing the work. They're doing the work. If you're putting off stuff that you need to put off, they're putting off stuff that they are putting off, okay? I'm sorry, not need to put off, but if you're putting stuff off that you know you need to get done, they're putting stuff off that they need to get done too, okay? It's connected. It's connected. Spirit's like, yes, this is what they needed to hear, okay? You guys are connected in this way, so whatever you do to advance yourself and your awakening and your union, your inner union, is going to happen with them. You are the mirror, okay? So when I believe people say you're the mirror and go look in the mirror. No, it's about mirroring your energies, okay? It's not about look in the mirror, say these things. No, it's about you're mirroring your energies. And so if your energy is focused on getting better and doing the things you need to do to get to your mission, to help with, helping others and to help with growing your business or your career, they're going to do that too, okay? They're going to do that too, because that's what mirroring is all about. Okay. And so you are attracting them in. You are working, your superpowers are working on them. You just can't see it in the physical. Okay. That's all it is. We're worried that we can't see the progress happening in front of our eyes, but it's happening. Okay. It says, I know that loving you going to take some super strength. So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me? You're loving them and you're sending them love. You're still continuing to do that when you're doing your, meditation. They feel that too. They feel when you send them love. So you got to keep doing that. Okay. That's going to help them to get the strength that they need in order to continue healing and going through the process of becoming the best version of themselves. So continue to do that, because that is helping them. Okay. Whatever you're doing on your end to help you heal, they're going to be doing it on their end as well, okay? Because you're mirrors. All right. Now I'm attached to you with invisible strings. And I love this line. I love this line because this is the cord, that energetic cord that connects you with your twin flame that I told you is there from the moment you understand that you're twin flames. It's always been there anyway, but you guys didn't realize it until you awakened to this journey, right? That you had an energetic cord and that you guys are experiencing similar things. This is why you see them doing things that are similar to what you do on their end. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're aware of who you are. It just means that they're doing things because you're connected in your mind and you're connected in your heart space. So you're going to naturally think about things the same, and you're going to naturally feel things the same. So when you feel they're going through something, it's because, yes, they're going through it, and you feel it because you're having these strings that are connected to you, connecting you to. The invisible string, the invisible cord that connects you to is sending that energy back and forth. And sometimes you have to learn how to pull your energy back so you don't get taken down, when it comes down to feeling something they might be going through energetically that might cause them to lower their vibration, okay? When they're going through their addictions, or when they're going through, trying to break up with a karmic partner. All of those things could cause you to feel energetic shifts on your end that you don't know where it's coming from, because you're thinking, hey, I was feeling good a minute ago. Now, why do I feel so sad and distressed? Because of the fact that they're feeling that on their end. That energetic cord is there to keep the energy flowing through you guys so that you can heal and to transmute these energies for one another. You guys are both doing it with each other, and you're aligning your chakras together as well. Check out the chakra cleansing series, okay? I'm going to put all these series that I have in the playlist in the description box below so you can go to it. And guys, like, every time I start talking on this channel, I start scratching or itching because I know this energy is coming in me as well. And so you guys have to, forgive me for scratching and stuff, but this is my energetic frequency that starts coming up. And so I start getting itchy, and I'm like, because I'm so excited of all these things that I'm telling you guys that I know is going to help you. But it's nothing to worry about. It's just that, I'm just like feeling that energy coming through my body, pulsating through me, and it can cause me to itch or whatever. And that's what you go through too. You go through these, what they call ascension symptoms. You're going to have itchy skin. You're going to have, palpitations in your heart chakra. You're going to have tingling in your crown chakra. You're going to have sexual tingling in your area down there too, your sacral area. So you're going to have all these things happening, and you're going to have to understand that they're normal. You're just going to have to work through it. I had an ear chakra cleansing one time where I had a terrible earache. Both ears went through it, at different times. I had, a thing happen with my voice, whereas I had a throat chakra blockage, whereas, I was out singing one time and then my voice totally went away. I couldn't even sing. All these things we have to go through to help us grow stronger, because it helps us understand where our blockages are. So a lot of times, when you go through a throat blockage or a crown chakra blockage, you're going to see these things manifesting in your physical body. And so when you do, you're going to have to just understand, hey, you need to take some time to rest and to heal and to start focusing on healing that chakra. And then the energetic body heals as well. It helps the physical body heal, okay? Once you heal your energetic body, you start healing your physical body, okay? I'm so excited because I'm getting through a lot of material in this little video, and it's not little anymore because this is what happens, like I told y'all. But anyway, let me finish this up for this song because I love this song, and I hope you guys are understanding how this song is relating to your connection and your celebrity twin flame connection, your non-celebrity twin flame connection, because it is amazing how she wrote this, okay? Because sometimes loving you might take some super strength. So how come my superpowers don't work on you and me, okay? You make me tell the truth, even when I don't want to. You make me tell the truth, even when I don't want to. My charms don't work on you at all, so it ain't no use. Okay, so she's saying here, this is self-explanatory. You make me tell the truth even when I don't want to. My charms don't work on you at all, so it ain't no use, Well, the thing is, our charms have been working on them, and the charms are our superpowers, okay? So the superpowers that we have are related to and connected to the inner light that we have, the flame that we have, that is our passion. Whatever it is that we're bringing more passion into our being is causing us to be more attractive and causing our twin flames to be attracted to us, okay? So this is how we're anchoring that love in. This is how we're bringing it in, because they're attracted to that passion that we have, that light, that desire, that drive. So if you're not doing what you need to do to show that you have a passion and a mission and a light that's shining brightly, your twin flame's not going to see it, and they're not going to come towards you, okay? That's what I'm telling you guys. There's stages to this. I'm here to talk about the stages to your union. And maybe I'll give that maybe I should make that a playlist, huh? If you guys want to see that a playlist, become a playlist, let me know in the comment section. And I need for y'all to like this video, please, because y'all sometimes don't remember to like the videos, but please like the video if it's helping you. And subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I want to remind you guys that I am offering up slots of time where I can help you guys with your journey if you are doubting or if you're having some areas where you're struggling. I've been getting calls, okay? I've been getting calls that I've been setting up free slots of time, of my own personal time, to help you guys on your mission. And on your journey, to understand what you're struggling with on your journey. I'm opening it up to celebrities and non-celebrities, and I told you guys this is free of charge, so if you want to take advantage of it, please do, okay? I'm not going to be able to guarantee that I can do this a lot longer, but, you know, for right now, I'm opening it up for you guys to be able to have your questions answered from someone who's going through a similar connection as you, okay? All right. So let's go back to, and I said you guys can email me or DM me on Instagram, but I put that in the description box below. The next thing is the bridge on this song, and it says, and it seems like love was the last thing on my mind, and then I was going to close the door. You walked into my life. Okay, beautiful song. And it seems like love was the last thing on my mind. Once you get to a point where you're not craving the love from your twin flame anymore, where you're loving yourself just as beautifully as you would be as if your twin flame was loving you. You're loving yourself just as beautifully as if your twin flame was there loving you. That's when that love is the last thing on your mind, and that's when you are going to close the door and say, hey, I can do this on my own. I don't need somebody in my life. And that's exactly when they walk in. Oh, okay, see, this is how we end it. This is how we end it, because we went through the chorus already. We went through everything else on the song already. This is where you guys have the big moment of aha moment, the awakening to understanding. When you get to the point where you don't need them anymore, that's when they come through, okay? I'm telling you, when you get to that point where you don't need them in your life, that's when they come through, okay? So I want to say thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. I know it was long. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope this is giving you guys hope and encouragement. And I want you guys to reach out to me if you need help on your journey. And if you're struggling, I'm offering free sessions, 1-hour sessions for FaceTime. If you send me a message and tell me what you're struggling with on your journey, I will make time for you. For a limited time, I'll be able to do this for you guys. But let me know, okay? Let me know and get in touch with me, all right? Everything's in the description box below. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you celebrate this holiday weekend, I hope you have a fantastic time wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you choose to be with family, whether you choose to be alone. You know, it's going to be your time, okay, to do whatever it is that you feel glad to do. But make sure that you are living your best life, whatever that might look like for you. I love you guys. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.